Aloha everyone, it's your boy Fireblade Pilot. So yes, this is the video that I decided to film last night since we've been so close on which bike I should sell between the CBR1000RR and this BMW S1000RR. So I'm going to do two quick reviews back to back. I'll start with this bike first. As you can see, my 2014 BMW S1000RR in all its glory. This bike, real quick, just to point out some things while we're still parked. Some things I've done: zero gravity double bubble windscreen. I got the tailor-made exhaust right there, flush mount with the carbon fiber belly pans, light tech chain adjusters, fender eliminator, seat cowl, stomp grip tank pads, Sergeant seat, Sato racing hooks. Let's go to this side of the bike. As you can see, the other side of the belly pan for the tailor-made exhaust, and got LED turn signals on the rear. And that's pretty much it, guys. This bike is wonderful, it's glorious, it's beautiful. Now let's take it for a ride. Alright guys, so my plan is just to take it through some maneuvers on the turns and stuff and accelerations, let you know what I think, give it a rating of like 1 to 5. And this is my opinion. This is for me riding the bikes and feeling them, and I'll just let you guys know. Alright, so we got some curbs here, and the flickability, I mean, this thing is amazing. I barely have to put any inputs, you know, just a little slight lean to the right. Perfect. Accelerates through, nice. I mean, it's just great. Left turn here, I barely lean and the bike is already leaning over for me. And it's quick to flick back up. I mean, you know, proper way to ride, you know, you press into the turn. There you go, like that. I mean, just riding in a straight line, doing little S-turns, flickability like this. Simple, confident, not worried that I'm just gonna tip. So overall, I'd give flickability and lean angle on this a 4 out of 5. I'd say 5 out of 5, but I haven't been to a racetrack yet with this bike. So one day in the future, when I do get to take it to a racetrack, if I keep this bike, we'll see what it gets rated then. Alright, let's talk comfort and ergonomics. Right now I did switch out the stock seat, the OEM seat, with a Sergeant seat. It was like 300 something bucks, but it's an amazing seat. I mean, it's not super soft and comfortable, but it does raise you up in the front. It doesn't like lean straight down into the fuel tank. So if you have to hit the brakes really fast, you don't get hurt, if you know what I mean. So comfort level, my legs, I'm 5'11". You know, they're up, but I mean, I'm used to sport bikes. I wouldn't call this too aggressive. I know Yamahas are actually more aggressive, where you're leaning more forward, and I think the rear sets might be a little higher, I'm not sure. But overall, I think this is great when it comes to ergonomics and comfort. So continuing on with comfort, it also goes into suspension. The suspension on this, I mean, like any sport bike, it's going to be a little bumpy. And I think this road, even though it looks smooth, it is got like ripples in it. But right now, I'm pretty comfortable. I can sit straight up, not really too much bounce, even though this is a bumpy road. So, you know, suspension is part of comfort, ergonomics. I talked about the legs, leaning over the handlebars. You are leaned over, but you know, if I'm lazy and leaning on my hands too much, my wrists will eventually kind of fall asleep. You know what I'm talking about if you've done it before. And I would say it happens less on this than the CBR. So, yeah, overall on comfort, ergonomics, and suspension, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Alright, let's talk reliability. Since I've had this bike and I've had it 18 months or so, a little over maybe, I've had to take it in there was a recall. The starter switch here, the housing, it snapped, and this is a little plastic button. It actually broke behind it, but that was a recall. Luckily, it was a recall because BMW paid for it, and it was like $400 and something. I have had the battery die on me, but I think that was due to the previous owner. I don't know. You know, the bike was, I think it was about 2.5 years old or so. And, you know, most people say the stock batteries in bikes should last a little longer. But I bought a new battery, you know, I don't know, $100 something. Has worked perfect ever since. Maintenance does cost a lot though. I took this bike in for an annual service for my own peace of mind. I got the oil changed, fluids changed and flushed, the whole enchilada. and it was pretty expensive. I can't remember the exact price, but I want to say it was around $800 or so. You probably didn't need all that done, but I figured, you know, I might as well shell out the money. If you're going to buy a $20,000-ish motorcycle, you might as well not be cheap on the maintenance. And other things, any little parts and that kind of stuff on this bike is expensive. For reliability, I give it a 4 out of 5. For maintenance costs and upkeep, I give it a 2.5 out of 5, because it does take some cash to maintain a German-made European motorcycle. Now we get to the fun part, acceleration. 3, 2, 1. Acceleration is uncanny on this bike. Again. I love it. It takes off like a rocket, guys. You know, that wasn't even like the fullest extent. Don't want to go too fast on these roads, public streets. But you know, if I do keep this bike, I cannot wait to take it to the racetrack. I think that would be like super fun, guys. Out of all the motorcycles I've ridden, mine, my buddies, all that good stuff, this has the best acceleration. It's just hard to explain. It's just a quickness that just like it throws you back and it wakes you up. How about that? That should help you guys out when it comes to explain the acceleration of this BMW S1000RR. That's one thing the Germans got right when they engineered this, was this quickness. I will say that. So for quickness, guys, acceleration, I give it a 5 out of 5. So guys, just some side notes before we get to the end of this review. This does have all the bells and whistles that the Honda CBR does not. Wheelie control, traction control, you know, automatic blipper upshift if you choose to use that, you know, clutchless, should we say, ride-by-wire throttle, Brembo brakes. You know, it doesn't have the DDC suspension that the 2015 and above BMW S1000RRs come with standard now, but it has pretty much every other bell and whistle you can think of, and the Honda CBR does not. And people say the electronics, they allow you to ride better, but also you could, you know, maybe take that the wrong way and ride more dangerous or crazier, however you want to put it, because you know you have these electronic rider aid backups. So if you're a person that likes electronic rider aids and all that good stuff to help you, I mean, maybe you're a track guide, I mean, I can see why that's very useful. This is the bike for you. Other than that, we'll go into the final part of this review on the BMW S1000RR. And here's my favorite majestic spot, guys. How does that look? Beautiful day. All right, and for the final test here on rating, we're going to do a quick sound test, which everybody likes, right? So here we go. How's this sound? TaylorMade exhaust. Yeah, that's definitely at least a 9 out of 10, guys. So with that, let me know your vote below. Should I sell this bike or should I sell the CBR? And now we'll get to the CBR 1000RR.
Damn.